What is up, everybody? It's Reverse TV here. Today, we have to talk about this Activision Blizzard deal from Microsoft once again, and apparently there is someone in the way of this deal going through, and that is the Competition and Markets Authority from CMA Government the UK. This UK group is stopping Microsoft for being I don't know if they're completely stopping it, but they are you could say like a blockade or a barrier between this deal going through. Apparently, they need to do some investigations about how this deal is being a monopoly. They're saying it's a monopoly, and it's like, really? So the official statement is we've been investigating Microsoft anticipates 69 billion purchase of Activision Blizzard, and have discovered that the deal could substantially lessen competition in gaming consoles. Really? Don't people brag about how the PlayStation consoles sold more than Xbox consoles? But with this Activision Blizzard deal, it's just like the gaming consoles are just completely out of whack now. Microsoft is just selling a lot more, right? According to this group right here, they also say multi-game subscription services. So Game Pass, like really? It's like Sony has their competition with Game Pass. Sony has their PS Plus tier. So how is that making a monopoly in cloud gaming services? Which I believe Sony has theirs too. They have cloud streaming on PlayStation's platform. So this don't make any sense to me, but these are official. I'm pretty sure these people have been working in this business for a long time, so I'm not going to argue with that. But it just seems kind of strange. Like, let's say they've been in this for 20 years. What? Oh, no, this is they're talking about the companies, but I'm pretty sure they've been doing this for a while, but it's kind of weird how, you know, this deal is the stance for monopoly. How it's just completely just steampiling over PlayStation now. And it's like, really? Ain't Sony selling more consoles? So how is this like completely just disrupting the gaming community or the competition, so to say? You would think with anything with Sony, but especially their fan base bragging about their great first party exclusives, that Call of Duty shouldn't be that big of an impact. And if Xbox is still making these games be on their platform, it's still be a multiplayer game, a Call of Duty game. So I don't see what the big deal is. But apparently, like we said before, like we saw before in that previous statement, one of Sony's previous statements, they said they have nothing that can compete with Call of Duty. And I think they legit believe that. I think that's like an actual. That's not like just them over exaggerating. I think they honestly believe they have nothing that can compete with Call of Duty. That whoever owns Call of Duty is probably going to sell the most consoles, which I don't know why Sony just can't compete. Like, how is this just like, how is owning Call of Duty just a complete checkmate at this point? It's pretty much what they're saying. If you own Call of Duty, it's just like a complete checkmate at this point. Like, you win the game. So, I don't know how, because they have all these studios. And is Call of Duty really even a top dog at the moment right now for shooters? Wouldn't Fortnite be like the thing people are mostly talking about right now? Now, Microsoft owned Fortnite, that'd be a different story. Like, see, I can be like, hey, I kind of see what y'all talking about, but Call of Duty is very popular. Don't get me, it's very popular, but I don't think it's even a top dog right now. It's debatable if Call of Duty is even a top dog right now. So it's just ridiculous. This guy says this would allow the Xbox brand to better compete against the market leader, but that's a potentially negative thing. Yeah, it's like, what is with this defense force for Sony? You even got these this group like this is just being a defense force for Sony. It's like Sony could be dethroned for a generation. They don't gotta be top dog in this generation. It's like, really? It's like it's a huge layer of defense for Sony. They're definitely white knighting for Sony right now. Saying PlayStation can't compete without Call of Duty despite having God of War, Horizon, Spider-Man, Last of Us, Uncharted, Ghost of Tsushima, exclusive deals, etc. speaks volumes. Yeah, they got all these exclusive games, and they're locking exclusive content to certain games, like we've seen with the Harry Potter game recently. So it's like, I'm pretty sure they're competing with Microsoft. Um, this guy says, "Did you guys actually do any research? How much is PlayStation paying y'all to hold this up? PlayStation has been the market leader for a decade. Are you afraid that this may finally cause some competition?" Yeah, you would think you will want PlayStation to have competition, but apparently not. Like, PlayStation has been dominant for a while now. It's like the PS4 sold like almost like a ridiculous amount of consoles, like over 130 million consoles. So, I mean, what are we saying there? They think like what they think Microsoft's gonna sell like 200 million Xbox Series consoles at this moment. Like they just think that Call of Duty is completely just gonna throw them over the moon at this point or something. Um, so the company, moreover, talking to Xbox and Microsoft as a whole, that's in third place, makes a move to be competitive, and your concern is how it hurts the other two highly successful consoles. Make it make sense. It really don't at this point. It really don't. Sony is making exclusive deals / content left and right is not concerning, apparently. Yeah, and even PlayStation's top dog in the UK, so I don't know why they have a problem with Xbox being competitive in the UK as well too. But worldwide, especially in the UK, why they have a problem with that? Um, Sony pays to keep games up with a subscription service. I forgot to mention that too. They do that because that was revealed as well. They paid developers to keep their games specifically off of Game Pass. Not even put it in their not even put it in Sony's exclusive services, but just to keep it off Game Pass. That's super petty. But Microsoft is just making it so they can't compete anymore. Even though Sony has been competing this entire time and doing crazy anti-consumer stuff like that. Okay. He says Sony has performed the actions that are anti-consumer, not Microsoft. Why not have these same actions when it comes to Sony? They are raising the prices of the consumer while lowering the cost. Pay to keep content off rival consoles, while Microsoft has done the pro-consumer moves by saying Activision games will be everywhere still. Yeah. It's like you clearly see which one is pro-consumer, which one is anti-consumer. But okay. Because you can literally buy those Call of Duty games anywhere. So I don't see what the big deal is. You guys need to be ashamed of yourselves. You're out here defending a corporation charging $70 for games, including a remake, selling a more expensive console, and denying Xbox gamers content and games. Be ashamed a little, will ya? Oh, I remember this guy. This one guy, this is a comedian who was complaining about Microsoft being a monopoly. That guy was a joke. Meanwhile, Sony acquires Savage Game Studios and a fraction of From Software. It has made countless exclusivities and other purchases in its history. Practices that only affect users of other platforms and consoles to strengthen its position. But is this worrying? Yeah, apparently that's not a big deal to these guys. But only when Microsoft buys Activision Blizzard, it's a big deal. Sounds like you're more interested in protecting PlayStation's position as market leader instead of fostering competition. Yeah. You do realize PlayStation has been dominating the gaming space since before Microsoft even joined the fray. Why is it bad for Xbox to try and do better for its consumers? Meanwhile, PlayStation is jacking up prices on games and consoles. Heaven forbid a company actually wants to give its user base a better deal. In the middle of a recession where money is short, oddly enough, you stand up for the company who is overcharging, though. Wonder why? I expect no less from the UK government right now. Shameful. Jeez. So people are not a fan of whatever this group is right here. And rightfully so, because it's like, really? We're excusing all the crazy the practices that Sony is doing behind the scenes, but we're against this one that Microsoft was doing. It just sounds ridiculous. Cry more? I mean, it might be kind of crazy to say, but is the competition and Marcus Authority Sony fanboys? It kind of sounds like it. That this guy says, the tiers in this thread, the CMA are literally doing their job. They aren't doing it right, apparently, because this is kind of a crazy statement to say that, hey, they're making it so that Microsoft, they're making it so the PlayStation just can't compete, when that's not the case at all. This is the next level tinfoil hat energy. At least the PlayStation dude tweeting the president was clear and obvious bait. Okay. Gaming consoles, Sony outsells Microsoft in the UK. Multi-game subscription service of Sony was first to market with PS Now, and Square is first mover advantage. Cloud gaming services, Sony was first to market with PS Now, and Square is first mover advantage. Okay. Thank you. Investigate them thoroughly. Put an end to the Galactic Empire. Does this dude like? Did he post the wrong message? Maybe he thought this was like a Star Wars thread. Because what is this guy talking about? Galactic Empire. This is a tricky case, but makes sense. I think y'all don't catch the new entries into gaming part. Y'all all just see Sony. The CMA are a bunch of shields for Sony. It kind of sounds like it. They put like extra defense for Sony right now. So this guy says, imagine telling a doctor that his medical advice is wrong because it's not what you want to believe. The usual suspects in the comments disagreeing with the experts in their field, which is based on quantifiable data, will always be embarrassing. I mean, the math ain't adding up though. You want to say this, you listen to the experts, but how are they saying this is anti competition? It's like their games are still going to be on Sony's platform. So it's like, is it really anti competition? You can still buy Call of Duty on their platform. So this is a case I wouldn't necessarily just 100% agree with the experts in this instance because what they're saying isn't making sense. So I disregard this message right here. PlayStation is so dominant in the gaming industry that we are the only platform holder to raise prices of their platforms to $70, raise prices of their consoles by $50, and it is not questioned. They are market leaders with no competition, and it's hurting gamers. Yeah. I can't lie, I find this to be the most politically corrupt agenda I've seen in a long time. I call for each member of the board to be investigated because companies are buying developers daily. Embracer Group, Sony, Tencent, but aren't under the same scrutiny. Can't agree. It's like, especially like Embracer Group and Tencent, they're literally buying up games like companies left and right. But you know, when Microsoft does it, it's a problem. Twitter is just wild right now. US gamers attack British regulation officials to immediately approve Microsoft's $70 billion acquisition of Activision. Are they attacking them or just saying that it just doesn't make any sense? I think they're just saying it doesn't make any sense, to be honest. CMA blink twice if your counsel looks like this. I move for a bad court thingy. Okay. We've been investigating Eagles. We have only listened to what the Sony console market leader has said in order to try and maintain their position. All of these concerns could be resolved in a few Google searches. PlayStation is a culture and its worth deserves to be protected? What? Some of these comments just sound crazy. This is one of the biggest BS things I've ever read. Meanwhile, PlayStation does worse things in the gaming industry, but it's okay because it's them. F it, looks like the UK guys have some Sony money in their hands. Is there some collusion going on or some bribery going on? I don't know. We've seen how Sony has played dirty before in the past, especially with the exclusivity deal, so maybe Sony could be playing dirty once again. I am as against buying up competition as the next guy, but holy crap, you can tell Sony is trying so hard behind the scenes to make sure the Activision acquisition doesn't happen, and it's hilarious to watch. They're acting like children at this point. Yeah, it is really pathetic. Like, it is truly pathetic at this point. Like, honestly, the fact that this UK company has to come out and say, hey, Microsoft is really pushing at this, like, anti-competition thing, when it's, like, so far from the case at this point. Like, it's just ridiculous. CMA, what's our reasoning? Sony just say what we said when Brazil asked us. It's like the money passed and other guys handing out the person money. That's hilarious. UK regulators seem more concerned about PlayStation losing major market share to Xbox than the gamers whom they claim to protect. Let's be real here. How can Microsoft putting Call of Duty into Game Pass hurt gamers? The only people this will hurt is Sony executives and shareholders. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna conclude it right here. This whole thing is ridiculous, especially this company that this UK markets authority, competition markets authority. It's just ridiculous. Like, I mean, but this is their job, so let them do what they gotta do. But it just makes no sense. Sony is doing these crazy exclusivity deals, these underhanded tactics, like keeping games off of Game Pass and stuff like that. But you know, but Microsoft was the one that's not allowing competition. So Doesn't make any sense to me, but definitely want to see your comments down below about this right here. Leave a like for this video. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.